Our newest 99 overall card in Hockey Ultimate Team, a brand new Team of the Week, a custom build 93 overall Jaromir Jagr, and new next-gen cards including a usable Uri Slafkovsky. Let's get into it. So, begrudgingly to all of my fellow Sharks fans, our second 99 of the year is Drew Doughty. And unlike the other fantasy cards that we went over yesterday, his endurance is actually pretty good. And when all is said and done, you can actually increase his endurance to even higher than the 88 that he comes in at. You can get +3 from two-way defenseman, another 2 from accelerator boost, and then finally an additional 2 from checking boost, meaning that you can get it up to 95. That makes him essentially 99s across the board with gold shutdown, effectively one of the best cards in the game, and it will remain that way until we hit 99 HUT, which looks like it might be July at this point. Obtaining this card is going to be borderline impossible, and for anyone that was able to get in on him at the start of the event, congratulations. The good news is that you can easily obtain his X Factor item by doing X Factor rerolls and things like that. You do have to get lucky, but there are avenues to get this card. To get him all the way up to 99, it will cost you 50 power-up collectibles, and even if you can get your power-up collectibles for around 11,000, and you can with some of the overalls and how the math works out, you're looking at about 550 to 600,000 to do it from scratch. However, much like his fantasy card, you can increase endurance by quite a bit with two-way defenseman, which will bring it up 3 to 93 overall, checking boost, and then finally an additional 2 for accelerator boost, which brings it up to 94. Again, extremely strong. The only downfall is that his abilities are all pretty brutal, except for Silver Shutdown, which is more than usable on a card that's 99 overall across the board. So again, I think this card, for any players that don't hate Drew Doughty and the LA Kings like myself, keep doing the X Factor rerolls and things like that so that you can get your shot at this card. Another day, another JT Miller upgrade to 98 overall, one off being 99, and man, they are really fighting his skating getting bumped up to the high 90, to the point where I assume when he hits 99 overall, it's going to take all of the attributes remaining to get up to 99, but he's got speed boost as well as accelerator boost, meaning that you can get 96s, but much like I mentioned in the last video about JT Miller, 80 endurance is brutal. Regardless if you have this card, you're laughing. You've got one of the best cards in the game for quite some time. Now taking a look at Jaromir Jagr, getting his number retired by the Penguins, he gets a major upgrade to 93 with 6'3", 254. I'm not really sure why he put on 24 extra pounds from his Nations of Hockey card, but here we are. He's got Sniper Forward, which essentially maxes out his shot, and then Power Shooting and Agile Dangler boost. 94 Speed and Excel, 93 Agility, and 99 Balance make this card a weapon like most Jaromir Jagr cards. He's also got Silver Edges, which is one of the best, and Unstoppable Force, but I don't even think that's necessary. He's got great body checking. This is going to be a very expensive card. We've also got a new Uri Slafkovsky next-gen item. It's 6'3", 238, Sniper Forward, as well as checking and shooting boost. I would go checking boost in all honesty, as well as Sniper Forward to help out the shot. Gold Unstoppable Force, Truculence, Puck on a String, and Close Quarters, so a lot of fun abilities. And for any Montreal Canadiens fan, this is going to be an awesome card for you. 6'3", 238 at 92 speed and excel is definitely usable. His price is probably going to be inflated, though, by the amount of Montreal Canadian fans. We also got a 90 overall JJ Peterka. Very similar in terms of stats. He's got Gold Crease Crasher, however, and Edges and Unstoppable Force. 92 speed, excel, and agility. Is a pure winger. A new Joel Farabee card. 94 speed, 93 excel, 93 agility. With Gold Make It Snappy, Tape to Tape, Beauty Backhand, and Edges. So again, other than Edges, just kind of like perimeter abilities. He's also got Sniper Forward and two-way, as well as shooting and playmaking boost. And then finally, we have the 90 overall Jake Sanderson. His cards have been very good throughout this entire year. Again, you can go two-way defenseman, which is one of the best synergies in the game. Then checking as well as shooting boost, if depending on the way you want to go. I wouldn't activate in reverse, in all honesty. I think that the way the game is played, you're almost at a negative to back skate when trying to defend the rush. Silver Edges is great, though, as is Quick Pick, so a very, very good card, especially with that skating and his size. He's going for around 140,000 coins. If he gets down to like 100 to 120, I think this is a great card. On to the new Team of the Week. Starting things off with the 90 Travis Konechny. He's had a very good season, just hasn't really gotten a lot of cards in HUT. The problem is that his build, combined with his kind of mediocre skating, just makes it very hard for his cards to be super usable for the online players. Does have gold unstoppable force, but he would have to play high in your lineup to justify it. Make it snappy puck on a string and tape to tape to round out his card. Claude Giroux at 91 overall, always a very usable card simply because of his face-off rating, especially with defensive boost, means you can get up to 98, and he's got Sniper 4 to help out with his shot. Not the biggest, but for any player that's looking for a budget center compared to what other 90 and 91 overall centermen are going for, this isn't half bad. Artemi Panarin gets a 94 and gold Shrug It Off. For anyone that gets to try this card, can you please let me know if you notice Shrug It Off? So when you get hit, especially by players that have truculence, it will essentially wipe out your player's energy meter. At only 2 ability points, this is supposed to significantly reduce the energy loss. I want to see if that makes up for the fact that he gets, crushed quite a bit because of his size. I'm very curious to see how this plays because this could really dramatically improve smaller players and how they're done and used in HUT. He's got silver edges, which is great, and great skating across the board. 94 speed and excel, 99 agility, and a very good shot. We've also got Chris Kreider, who's got great size. I think should be statted faster. I mean, he did win the fastest skater a couple years ago. Sniper forward and accelerator boost to help out a little bit, but again, just kind of a mediocre card unless you are looking for a Rangers theme team. Martin Ruzicka gets his 15th card. Again, his endurance pretty much wipes out any usefulness of it. This would be a trade-in my opinion. Connor Geeky at 88 overall has great size and abilities. His skating is just abysmal though, so just very tough to use. And then we've got Bobby McMahon. For any of my Leafs fans out there, he's been great recently. 6'2", 208, close quarters. Again, a pure theme team card because his skating is just not where it needs to be somewhat usable. Matt Duchene is an interesting budget buy as always. 92 speed, 91 excel for anyone that just started out. Team of the week, Matt Duchene would be one of the first places I look. Brandon Hawkins, as well as Jerry Turkalainen, John Hughes, and Michael Ruahoma. Mikhail. Yeah. On defense, we've got the 88 Devon Taves, 6'1", 191 with two-way defenseman and accelerator boost. Always comes with pretty good ability. Quick picks, shutdown, as well as edges is like a perfect combination of abilities for a defenseman. He's just not very good in terms of skating at this point. However, I think it is definitely usable for players that started the game a little bit late. He's got great defensive awareness as well. Adam Fox gets another card, always a great skater. I think he really needs shutdown to be impactful or truculence. I just don't think you'll ever get that. Seeing Eye is fun. Does have Shrug It Off though, so again, let me know. But always has very good defensive stats. He's just a bit smaller, so it's obviously very difficult to use those kinds of cards, especially at this stage of the game, unless they have 99 speed like Cale Makar. We've got Nicholas Mattinen, Timothy Liljegren, as well as Rodwin Denincio, former Niagara Ice Dog, and Gustav Forsling rounding out the defensive core. And then in net, we've got Ivan Prosvetov at 6'5" with defensive boost. Anyone that's 6'5" is definitely worth a shot. And then Nico Dawes of the New Jersey Devils at 6'4", 205. Decent speed at 89. So again, for anyone looking there at a cheap usable goaltender, he's probably not half bad. We got this play of the year, Quentin Byfield at 86 overall. If you haven't seen his goal from the other night, good God. He is really becoming what the Kings needed him to be when he went second overall. Power forward and agile dangler boost, but his skating at 88 speed and excel isn't completely useless, but we're at the stage where we're getting like high 90s skating and only 81 on the draws, so you can't really use him at center. Got ankle breaker and beauty backhand, which makes sense for the goal. I think that these cards should just come in at like 90 overall. They're plays of the year. The ultimate plays of the year should be 90 overall, like even at the launch of the game. Ovechkin's been popping off lately, and that's just good for the sport as he chases Gretzky. Power and sniper forward, as well as accelerator and speed boost. It's the same situation as the last like 4 years of Hockey Ultimate Team with Ovechkin. His Gallery of Greats card is still probably better than this and far cheaper just because his skating is absolutely brutal. Does have really fun abilities and he's a great build, but if you're a Caps fan, I probably would just use his Gallery of Greats card. And then lastly, rounding out the content today, we've got new headliners cards for the National League champions, Sammy Vatanen, former NHLer. Usually a pretty good HUD card because of his skating. He's got two-way and offensive defenseman as well as agile shooting and playmaking. He's got silver shutdown, seeing eye, tape to tape, and edges. You could do worse than this card. I know he's a little bit smaller, but that will probably offer you a discount for him. We've got Valtteri Filppula as well, who's still alive and well, kicking in the National League. He's got gold close quarters, quick draw with 99 face-off rating. Again, I would go and look at the bottom barrel prices for 90 overall cards, and if you can get him for like what the lowest 90 overall card is, I think there is is some worth here, especially for the newer players. Timu Hardakainen, I believe he was a former Oiler. I gotta say, it's listed as 6'1", 209. This picture does not do him just. Sniper and grinding forward, as well as playmaking and shooting boost. Gold make it snappy. Edges, tape to tape, and beauty backhand. 92 speed, 92 excel. Just kind of ho-hum, you know? Daniel Winnick, former Shark great. 94 acceleration, 92 speed. You can also flip those. Gold close quarters, magnetic, wheels, and off the rush. Not really any ones that you're going to find any usefulness to, so this would be like a trade-in. Tanner Richards, 6 foot 196. Again, just kind of middle-of-the-road abilities. However, he does have 90 face-offs, so I'd probably rather have Filppula if you were looking for a center, but again, that's not bad in terms of face-off rating. And then lastly, we've got UC Olka Nuora, 6 foot 3, 205. Gold post to post, last stand, showstopper, and light work if you want a goaltender. That is going to do it for the content today. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.